All right, Shalom. Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do group well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Lord's, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahat, Rahakwadash. And as the title reads, the subtle serpent, excuse me. All right. I had a few different titles that I wanted to give this lesson, but at the end of the day, this is just directed towards the sincere sheep. So I didn't want to make anything that would stand out. Okay. But there was just an incident that just happened up here in upstate New York that's now being called, a ATTACK, okay, by a boogeyman, okay, the terror squad. There's keywords that Esau Edom is going to be using, all right, in his his media machine, which remember, media goes back to the goddess of illusion, and through the Holy Spirit, we told you, okay, through the Holy Spirit, we told you, and pretty much, I just want to do this lesson. Going into the characteristics of Esau as we, march forward towards the end and the fulfillment of prophecy. You're going to start seeing things, but this is now the time to apply wisdom and knowledge so that you can have stability. All right. Because with all this information going out, let's start with that Isaiah 33:6. With all this information going out, Esau Edom is going to have people, just strung out. All right. He's really got his hands in these people's minds, Let's make sure the audio is good. All right. So let's start off with this. All right. Isaiah. Isaiah 33:6. So looks like a good chapter, though. The watchman's duty. Very spiritual. So Isaiah 33:6. It says, you've heard this before, you're going to hear it again. And wisdom and knowledge, and wisdom in what? And wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Shai, and wisdom in the doctrine, all right? Having wisdom, how to conduct yourself, and knowledge of what? Prophecy, okay? We actually have knowledge and foresight of prophecy. I just want to get this out the way real quick because I want to spiritually put my hands on Esau to identify this serpent. All right. It's like when you grab that snake and he's wiggling around. Okay. It says, and knowledge. So knowledge of prophecy, knowledge of the MOTB, knowledge of the third woe, knowledge of who's going to be involved, knowledge of how Babylon is going to react, knowledge of how even your neighbors are going to react. Okay. Second Ezra comes to mind. It says, shall be thy stability. Okay. So you got to think about the people, okay, out there in the falls, which we got brothers out there. The people, okay, they, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I hope you do. Okay. Right here. All right. Okay. So there you go. And I'm going to go into it. But let's finish. It says, and the stability of thy times. Because right now, think about the people at the falls. Think about people in Canada. Think about people that live in that area, old Edomites, old Jakes and heathens. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh, good, they're here. And Esau pulls up with his vehicles. They're here. Oh, good, thank goodness. The subtle hero, man. All right, Esau is very cunning. You got to give it to him. But we've told you this, okay? We told you how he's going to act. We told you what he's going to do, Everyone has a certain skill set. Everyone has a certain amount of ability, all right? And they have bounds they can't pass. Think about sports. Think about something that you're good at. Well, you may only have one or two moves. So we know his moves. We know his playbook through the Holy Spirit, of course, having that eye salve. It says stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Bashem Shai is his treasure. So we're to fear Yahweh Bashem Shai. We're not here to fear Esau Edom. Okay, we're not here to fear that. So now that I got that out the way, let's jump into Genesis 3. I know you know this breakdown, but you may have some that don't. If you didn't know, the serpent in the garden was a literal man and not a snake. Remember, John the Baptist called Israelites vipers. You viper, right? So let's go into this though. All right, and I want to stick on this word right here. Okay, I want to stick on the word subtle. All right, subtle. All right, because when you go into subtle, it's very edifying. So it says Genesis 3:1. Now the serpent, now this wise man, this evil, wicked man, this fortune teller, this warlock, this enchanter, was more subtle than any beast of the field. Right, this witch was more crafty than any other nation. Okay, because the beast goes into nations. All right, the beast representing nations, not literal beasts like, oh, there's a bear. Because remember, in Revelations 13, the bear represents who? Russia. The leopard represents who? The Greeks. Alexander the Greek, to be specific, going into his rulership and then on. So you have times. Jake is called a wild bull in the net, right? Young lions. See. All right. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh Bashem Shai had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, has God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. So he's the type of guy, he's a whisperer. Okay. He's the type of guy that'll throw discord in your mind. Okay. So what I want to do real quick, let's break down the serpent. If you don't know, the serpent is going into a man. Okay. See, serpent, snake. But when you go up to the etymology or origin, okay, origin of a word. All right. Because see, we got to wash Babylon away. All right. You can't take everything Babylon has given you for face value, because everything Babylon has given you for the most part is through some form of deception. This is why people have gotten drunk off of his wine, which is his ideology. See, look at this. I didn't even have to click it right there. Look, enchanter or enchantment, divine enchanter, learn by experience. Okay. This is why he does exercises. Okay. So you just had a situation that went down in the falls that is now being coined, a terror squad, So you go into the word to practice divinations, to observe signs. So the snake wasn't literally a serpent. All right. It means he was a witch, fortune teller, like now. Okay. Like now. And let me prove that to you. Okay. There's a term right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called revelation of the method. It says the Edomite elites. That's what I see when I read this. Okay. The E in elites is for Esau. The elites do tell us through their books, publications, movies, and news releases what they are doing. You hear that? So Esau will tell you what he is doing. Okay. And this is why I say Esau is a left-handed prophet. Not meaning if you're left-handed, you're evil, okay, but meaning the left-hand side. Remember, there's the host of heaven standing before Yahweh Bashem Shai on the right hand and on the left. This is why it says Yahweh Shai stands on the left. Satan. This is why it says Yahweh Shai stands on the right hand of Yahweh. All right, so it says they tell you these things in movies. So you wonder why. Brothers quote movies and things like that. Now, we don't get all crazy with it and look, this is a part of the doctrine. No. But you see things, you go, oh, hey, that's spiritual. See, now I want to show you something. So I hope you're all aware of what I'm talking about with going on in the falls. Okay, it was nothing major, but it's being coined as something. Okay, now I want to show you something. Now, I watched this movie in the world. Very, very funny. But this movie right here, it's called A Long Kiss Goodnight. And in this movie, okay, it's actually depicted in the falls. It's the ending of this movie happens to be on that bridge that just got hit today. Okay. And guess what they say? They said that we're going to blame Ishmael. Okay. So now they haven't said who did it, but when they say the terror, the terrorist, all right, when they tell you, oh, it was a terrorist, who immediately you think about? You think about Ishmael. So in this movie, which came out years ago, 1996, they talk about the trade, right? The trade center. And then they also talk about how they're going to use a car. And in this movie, they put two Ishmaelites in a car to do some damage. And then right here, okay, 2 occupants in a car that are unidentified have just done some damage. So you got to put 2 and 2 together. Esau's a left-handed prophet. Look, just 2 days ago, after the governor warned us, then it happens. So he's a left-hand prophet. Okay, he's a wicked prophet. All right, that's what he does. He'll say something to you, and then it's like, watch out, there might be a fire, but then he's the one who starts the fire. This guy, man, he's subtle. Okay, now let's hold, since we got that out the way, real quick. Let's get subtle. Okay, and then let's go to Psalms 10. Subtle, subtle, shrewd, crafty, sly, very sly. Look, prudent. Prudent means to foresee. So he's prudent on the left-hand side, like, be careful because there could be, and then what happens? Okay, you take insurance out on a building you own, then the next day something happens to it. See, he's very crafty, cunning, usually in a bad sense. Yeah, he's a bad guy. He's the bad guy of the movie. Okay, he's the bad guy of the movie. Go watch this scene. All right, a lot of us have seen this movie. This scene, okay, is what just happened in the falls. This scene just happened in the falls, but then they say, be careful, there could be such and such, and then bada boom, So let's go to Psalms, the 10th chapter. Very deceitful. I'm going to finish the definition of the revelation, but let's start at verse 1. A prayer for the overthrow of the wicked. Yeah, and we're praying, man. Okay, we're praying. All right. I truly believe I'm praying now more than ever. Okay, and you got to pray. Just keep praying. Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Keep praying. I know sometimes things happen quick. You get flustered or frustrated. You're in Babylon, but you got to remind yourself to pray to Yahweh Shem Shai. Why be angry? Pray. And I'm talking to myself first. Psalms 10:1. Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thyself in the time of trouble? So we're in the spirit of like, man, please, Yahweh Shem Shai, please, deliver us. Literally, okay? Literally deliver us. We need to literally be delivered. We're in so much turmoil here because of Babylon, through their rules and regulations. We're being cornered. The wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. Now, let's duplicate this. Doesn't it say Satan has devices? Does not Satan have devices? This is let's go to Corinthians. Man, he's brought up a lot, but in this instant, Satan is talking about Esau. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant of this device, okay? We're very well aware of the devices that Esau is using to basically, you got to look at these things he's doing. It's like he does these things to put you in a certain direction. If I want you to lean towards, buying toilet paper, then I'm going to set up certain things and scenarios that will gear your mind to that. So he's gearing the masses' minds for in particular things for certain reasons. Okay. It's like a booby trap. All right. It's like a booby trap, just like a snake is very cunning. It knows how to lead its prey down this corridor just so it can devour them. And that's what he wants to do. He wants to devour you. All right. Now we got that out the way. Let's go back. It says, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. All right. You don't want to know what Esau imagines. All right. Ultimately, we'll keep it biblical. He imagines a vain thing. Okay. So he really believes that this is going to work. All right. Things like this will work. All right. See, this has got to increase, and it's always around Babylonian customs, because he wants you to feel like, man, these guys were just trying to celebrate Christmas, Listen, he knows how to play on the heartstrings, man. This guy's a manipulator. He'll seduce you better than a woman, He knows how to get you. He knows how to get you because he's subtle, All right. So let's finish this word. It says, the elites do tell us through their books and publications, movies, we just showed you that, and news, we just showed you that, okay, releases what they are doing. This is called revelation of the method. If you are too stupid to recognize it for what it is, that is your problem from their point of view. It is a form of ritual mocking of the victim. So he's mocking you. They'll mock you right in your face, okay? Very subtle, devious being. Romans comes to mind. Romans 9. Let's get that real quick. Romans 9. All right. Remember, he's a vessel of dishonor. All right. Romans 9. This is why, when we deal with certain people that may perceive to be an Edomite, but then it's like, man, you kind of got a cool spirit on you. Like, man, I don't think that guy's an Edomite, because you could tell Esau. Okay. Esau's he's a dark vessel. This is Romans 9 and 21. It says, has not the potter power over the clay, the potter being Yahweh, right? Has not the potter power over the clay being what? Us. Of the same lump, right? Makes me think of Isaac and Rebecca. Of the same lump to make one vessel. Remember, because she had what? She had that belly. I'm not saying the lump is her belly, but in her belly, right? She had a vessel of honor and dishonor. She had the good son and the evil son. She had Jacob and Esau. This was telling you. Of the same lump, right? To make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. So you're dealing with a dishonorable vessel. Okay, so this is how he is handling, all right, these situations. So now that I got that out the way, let's go back to Psalms 10 and let's look this word subtle. All right, subtle. And I want this one right here. Check this out. It says, making use of clever and indirect methods to achieve something. See, he's making use of clever and indirect methods to achieve something. We'll just blame it on Ishmael. Literally, right in this movie. Go watch this movie. The whole movie isn't based on what happened, but in this movie, there was a scene that literally is the same thing that happened right here today in the falls. Okay. And then, of course, Kathy said 2 days ago, we might, and then it happens, that she don't know nothing. Okay. These people are just fall guys. All right. They're nobodies. Okay. They're just puppets from a puppeteer. All right. They ain't nothing. So let's go back. Subtle, especially of a change of distinction, so delicate or precise as to be difficult to analyze or describe. Very cunning. Like, man, I just can't put my finger on it. That's called confusion. It's like punch drunk. He's smoking mirrors. He wants you everywhere. Okay. He's like, oh, man, I'm confused right now. I'm in disarray. That's what he wants. He wants things like, why? What is the reason? You see, you look at it, go, what's the reason? Because that's what he wants. He wants you to be, he wants you to be in straits. All right. But this is the main point I wanted out of it. Making use of clever and indirect methods to achieve something. So he has indirect methods to achieve his end all goal, which is the attempts of dominating the world blatantly, not subtly, blatantly. He's using subtle tactics right now behind the scenes, but that's just the process of like a snake coiling its victim. Okay, let me show you. Snake coiling its prey. Okay, that's what he's doing. Constriction. That's what he's doing. He's constricting you. Okay, slowly weaning you down. So when it's time for the mark, the M-A-R-K, okay, then you're just gonna comply. Like I got nothing left. Okay, I just seen Bone Jones, Alex. He just basically said, I'm done. I'm taking, how he talks. I'm taking a month off. I can't do it no more. Because this is what he's doing. Okay. He's slowly squeezing the life of any kind of fight or resistance out of you. So when he does go to swallow you, to devour you, you'll have nothing left in you. Okay. That's what he's doing. It's kind of a tighten release. You saw that in the 19, with the 19. tighten and release. You know, people just were losing it. So this go around, oh man, you're gonna see it. All right. Psalms 10 and 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. Exactly, because he's that serpent. Okay, he does contrary. Psalms 50. He does contrary to Yahweh Shem Shai because he's the vessel of dishonor. This is why he cleaves to Shaitan. Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked the Most High says, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hateth instruction and casteth my words behind thee. See, he cast the words of Yahweh Shem Shai behind him. And is it Psalms 55? I don't think it is, but let me just see. It might be Psalms 14. But there's also a scripture where it says the Lord looked down on earth in the sight of men. I'm actually going to grab it and to see, you know, let me see real quick. So we're done with that. Let's put God looked down from earth to see who seeks him. And it's going into, let me show you. Yep, it is Psalms 14. I always get it. I don't know why I think Psalms 55. Anyways, Psalms 14 and 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men, right, the heathen, to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Most High. No, they didn't, because the fool has said in his heart that there is no God. Okay. Let's actually go to it. Let me see. Oh, see, okay, that's why I think that, because there is one in Psalms 53. Okay. So let's take this one and go to Psalms 14 now. And I want to show you, because what does he say? There is no God. Okay. These fools. Right here. Psalms 14 and 1. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. This is what they're saying. Okay. Like this is literally an agenda that they're pushing, you know? And why is there not an outcry from Christianity against the blatant stripping away of righteousness that's found in the Bible? Why is Christians dedicated upon us and not their own government that is literally blaspheming, who's literally fighting against Yahweh Shem Shai in every way, shape, or form? Why do they not have a spirit to speak out against that? You know, things that make you say, where are you coming from? You know, someone like Vocab, for instance, with all this so-called knowledge and all this, you know, why have we never heard nothing from you about the corruption from the leadership that is ruling this country right now, you know, or the school system? What's going on? Why the blind eye? Just things that make you say, It says, they are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. See? So Yahweh Shem Shai looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek the Most High. Yeah, that won't happen till our kingdom. Okay, and Isaiah 2 is when they're going to seek. But right now, they're not seeking. Okay, they are all gone aside. They are all together become filthy. Makes me think about Elam throwing fecal matter around, which they're doing right now. There is none that doeth good. No, not one. Yeah, they're wicked. They're wicked. They're evil. All right. This is why we tell you, look, we believe through faith that we are the people. Okay. So-called the spirit that Yahweh Shem Shai has put in us, and particularly compared to other nations, the faith alone, you know, shows you that. All right. This is why, going back to the statement I made earlier, somebody comes up to camp that don't look like us, that don't mean that we're immediately going to shun them, because you got heathens that look like us. You know what I mean? You got heathens. You probably got heathens in certain camps, you know, just because he's so-called black, you know, immediately let him in. You don't know who you're letting in. That's why you got to try the spirit. And the Lord is telling you right here that their spirit was tried and none do good. They're all evil. They're all wicked. Starting with the chief head honcho, Esau, Edom, the subtle serpent. Very crafty. Very crafty. Okay, so we got that out the way. Let's go back to this. Yep. Psalms 10 and For the wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. Yeah, it says he's not in his thoughts, which makes me think of Isaiah 47, real quick. Come sit down in the dust. Because why? All right, you're being judged. But then look, it said we can start at 1, but right here, look, you trusted in wickedness. Okay, so now you got to stand with your enchantments. All right, see, Esau, he's like a fortune teller. You know, he's a witch. Nahum 3. Okay, the mistress of whoredoms, the mother of harlots. Esau loves that queen of heaven demon. All right, to the max. This is why they say sex sells. That's the queen of heaven. All right, he wants to sell you something. He uses a blonde bimbo with her cleavage hanging out. All right, with a tight dress, and you're just here. Take my money. Take my money. You know, I understand that. You know, I had that spirit on me in the world, and now being cleansed. You know, I look at, you know, when I see certain guys just drooling over a woman, it's like, bro, get yourself together, man. You got to rule your spirit. You know. He said, were you listening to me? Were you looking at the lady in the red dress? Look again. Fortune teller, a person who is supposedly able to predict a person's future. An augur. This is why they do an inauguration. Going back to the Roman Empire. This is why they would do an inauguration. Okay, going with this chick 2 days ago, and then it came to pass. Kathy said this would happen, and then it happens. Come on, man. Come on. We're not ignorant, okay? Remember, he used to tell you, the N-word means you're ignorant. Well, we ain't niggas no more. How about that? You know? How about that? Crystal ball gazer, psychic, prophet. See? Forecaster of the future. See? So that's what they're doing with their media. The goddess of illusion is they're forecasting a future that they already planned. They already planned this. Okay? They show you in your movies, commercials. It's plain as day, you know. It's plain as day. Plain 911, right? All right, let's go back. About to wrap it up. It says, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. Yeah, he's not thinking the Lord's going to judge him. Okay. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. Right. It makes me think of when Trump was with all the world leaders and he like stood in front of them with this great pomp. Okay. That's what he does. Who can take me down? Who can take me down? So that shows you if there's ever a attack, he does it. Okay. If there's ever an attack, he does it. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Don't trust him. But I will say this. Now is the time for you to pay attention to the mainstream media, because why you should pay attention is because now he's telling you what the narrative is. So even though we may say, I don't know about that, but if the mainstream media is telling you this is, then you have to understand that's what he wants the world to believe. So that's what it is right now. Even though it's false and it's fraud and it's deceit, what he's telling you on the media, take it for face value. If he says there might be something that happens to NY, take it for face value, because he's going to do it. See? So he shows his hand through a revelation of the method. And if you don't listen, that's on you. Just like on the right-hand side. I'm letting you know what's coming. If you don't listen, that's on your ass, right? Proverbs 1. I stretch my hand out. If you don't want to listen, I will mock when your calamity comes. So Esau's doing that on the left-hand side, right? I'm telling you right now that this could happen. And then when it does, didn't I tell you? Didn't I warn you? So now I like to look and see what's the news saying right now. If the news is telling me this, I'm saying, oh, okay, so he might be planning that. That's all. That's all. Keep you in the loop. Keep you what he's thinking of doing, you know? His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. Right? Mischief and vanity. But guess what? That judgment's coming for this fortune teller. Isaiah 47, and let's just start at 8. Ooh, let's start at 7. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither did this remember the latter end of it. You didn't remember the latter end. See? Therefore, hear now this, thou that are given to pleasures, thou dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Very proud. Everyone else can know the loss of children and widowhood, but not you, not Esau. How dare Esau lose children? But these two things shall come upon thee in a moment, and one day the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. This is an enchantment. This is an enchantment right here. This is fortune telling. Okay. This is fortune telling. All right. And then it happened. And then it happened. Go watch the movie The Siege. All right. It says, verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Ain't nobody see me. Can't nobody tell that was me. I'll arrest their ass. I'll blame it on you. That's what he'll do. He'll do something, then blame it on us. He did it. Then they bear false witness on Yahushai. They did it. You know, here it is. Oh, look how many times whistleblower comes out and then they end up, you know, with two X's on their eyes. All the time. All the time. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it has perverted thee, right? Because you got wisdom and knowledge from the left-hand side. We got wisdom and knowledge from the right-hand side. That's why it'll be our stability. See, wisdom and knowledge will be our stability. His wisdom and knowledge, it has perverted him. See, it's a perfect duality. Jacob and Esau. Look at what we do and look what he does. He uses the Bible on the left-hand side. We use the Bible on the right-hand side. Okay, the duality of the Lord. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, right? And none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it rises. So he's going to get blindsided. Just like how he blindsides us out of nowhere, just something happens. He's going to get blindsided in the midst of his attempt. And mischief shall fall upon thee. This is why it says in Job 20, he'll be in straits. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. You ain't going to be able to put judgment off. You ain't going to be able to throw it off because you ain't going to be the one doing the judging. Okay? See, now Esau does the judging. 3, 2, 1, boom. He does that. Okay? He's in the numerology. He plans things out. He does it according to the stars and moon. You know, he does all that left-hand stuff. But there's coming a time where the judgment's going to come from the right hand. Okay? And you ain't going to be able to put it off. Since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue you. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Who did this? Who put that? Who did that? Who did it? It's a setup. It's a setup. Okay? It's a setup. Stand now with thy enchantments. You're an enchanter. You're the subtile, right? Stand now with thy enchantments. See? That was an enchantment. That was fortune telling. That was fortune telling. This is a fortune teller. Okay? He predicted something, and then it happened because he already planned it to happen. All right? They show you that with sports. Okay? They show you that with sports. You see it all the time. And with the multitude of thy sorceries, queen of heaven, witch, fortune teller, enchanter, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. See? Labored from your youth. They show you that in the movie, what the hell was it? Shazam. You had the one kid that got accepted and the one kid who got rejected. And the dude was a complete demon in the whole movie, you know, from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Right. Just like in Wisdom of Solomon, when it speaks about the 3 days of darkness, the same ones that promised to put it off were a laughing stock. So just like now, the Lord is saying, hey, stand with these guys that are telling you that, now it's a go. It's a go time, you know. Makes me think of this. I'll do this real quick. I'm going to wrap it up. Tom Brady's wife, a witch. She was the one that he said she was the reason why he would win, because she would basically tell him. See, in a new cover story, Vanity Fair, Vanity, latest issue, the Brazilian supermodel. Oh, she's a Jake. I didn't know that. She's a damn demon. She dismissed online conspiracy theories that she practiced witchcraft. That's a lie. So she's a witch. See, right here, look. In one instant, they say no. In another, yep, admit she's a witch. So what she was doing was, Tom Brady said that The only reason he would play in the NFL another season is if basically she read his fortune and she would tell him he would prosper or, or not. So that's what they're saying. All this shit comes like LeBron, all them, they're all into it. Okay. But here's the main one who's into it. Here's the plug, It says, but now these people can't stand up for you. Now they're not going to be able to tell you, like, I don't know, I don't got nothing. And nothing's coming to me. Hey, we're in beautiful times, man. Don't let this bullshit of Babylon put you down. Let's get this real quick so we can have a good laugh at them. Real quick, I'm about to wrap it up. Wisdom of Solomon, since I quoted it, let's grab it. Wisdom of Solomon 17. This is what happened in the 3 days of darkness. Remember we read about that in Exodus? So if you want to know in the detail what happened to them in the 3 days, you read Wisdom of Solomon 17. So let's go down to verse 7. It says, as for the illusions of art magic, they were put down. So it ain't going to work. Okay. Your numerology, all your enchanting, it ain't going to work. And we're in the times where he's going to be blatantly shown. It's going to be blatantly like, oh shit, that's fake, or, oh, that's this. Oh, that was it. Oh, he's going to blatantly get revealed and he ain't gonna be able to put it off. Like, remember in, was that Bruce Almighty or something when he was making the anchor say whatever he wanted? Hey, listen, man's goings are of the Lord. You may want to go one way and the Lord make you go another and reveal yourself. Okay. You're going to see who the true power is. The Lord is just allowing you to do this right now for prophecy. You're only prospering for prophecy, buddy. It says they were put down and their vaunting in the wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they, right, the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators, the witches, the warlocks, the fortune tellers, the governors, the mayors, the presidents, the princes, the kings, right? The talkers. It says, for they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. So all these people, okay, that Esau uses, their counselors, their advisors, they're going to be in a worst case scenario in front of you. So then who are you going to call upon? You see? So judgment's coming. All right. Judgment is coming for Esau, Edom. Judgment is coming for Babylon. And I just wanted to touch on that topic real quick. It just happened. But like I said, I just wanted to give my spiritual 2 cents on the matter. And we've spoken about this. And there's going to be more. There are going to be more scenarios playing out. There's going to be a lot of blame game. And you have to also understand that even though you know where it's coming from, you have to allow it to play out. Okay? Because it's on my spirit to express to you, you have to understand that this needs to happen. Okay. He has power over the minds right now. So just be thankful that you aren't caught under that spell. All these people are caught up in a spell right now. That's all it is. They're just in a spell. It's according to plan and it's according to prophecy. So we're just watching the necessary stages play out for prophecy. So that's all I got on the matter. I pray that this lesson was edifying and encouraging and comforting. I would like to say, call halal, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem HaKadosh. And I would also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do root well. With that being said, shalom.